33 games in Europe, winning 25 games, drawing 3, losing 5, scoring 63 goals, conceding just 20 with a clean sheet of 15. Top the group 3 times out of 3. That is David Moyes' stats for West Ham in Europe over the last 3 seasons. West Ham make it 19 wins out of the last 21 games in European competition and 10 straight wins at home in Europe. David Moyes tops the group, third year in a row. Our European group stage record in the past 3 years is played 18, won 15, drew 1, lost 2, scored 34, and conceded 11. West Ham are through to the last 16 of the Europa League. What an achievement. 3 years in a row, West Ham are smashing it. West Ham are massive everywhere we go. West Ham are massive everywhere we go. Honestly, I'm buzzing, and I don't think anyone should not be buzzing from it because the European venture, the European journey that we're on as fans is outrageous. Memories that will last a lifetime, memories that I can pass on to my kids and they can pass on to their kids because that's exactly what's happened through my era of supporting West Ham with my dad being a successful West Ham fan, seeing European success and passing that knowledge on to me and me being jealous of that situation. That is currently what we're going through. Wow, what a run in Europe. What an achievement getting through to the last 16, avoiding the Champions League drop-offs into the round of 32. Hopefully some of them get wiped out and then we get, hopefully, see what happens in the round of 16. A team as well. European football's not played for another few months. That gives us the chance to benefit ourselves in the Premier League and better ourselves in the Premier League. And we can see what happens when West Ham do have possession and play higher and further up the field. I'm involved in the West Ham Network chat, and we see comments saying, listen, why don't we do that in Premier League games? It's a good question. I don't know why we don't do it as much as what we should. I think it would be a fantastic achievement if we did, and we would see much more flamboyant style of football. Players sticking out that were unbelievable tonight, and I'll come on to one of them in a minute, but Mohamed Kudus, what a run it was for that first goal, but he is so hard to defend against. He is so hard to mark. If you're the opposition player and you're seeing a player like Mohamed Kudus, you're really going to struggle. He knows how to run off the ball. He knows how to run with the ball. He cuts in. He drives down the side. He's very hard to read as a footballer. He's so good at skipping by players. He likes a shot from distance. He makes good runs. He's influential on the park when he gets that flamboyancy to do so. And that really kicks in when players like Paqueta, because he loves that creativity around players like Kudus. And we need and have the incentive to try and keep these best players at the club by trying to achieve and strive in all competitions that we're in. And this is the benefit and the incentive of qualifying for the round of 16, because you can park the tournament for a while now and concentrate on Premier League form and, of course, your League Cup and FA Cup campaigns, which come around the corner very, very shortly. Now, listen, we all know what West Ham can do on their day, and that's the thing that maybe frustrates some fans, but on the day, it's such good to watch, and it was good football, particularly in the first half. But the one player for me that I want to talk to you about is Alvarez, how important he is. When he was missing from the games due to the virus, it was really key how important he was. I didn't really, if I'm being really honest with you, realize how important he is to West Ham. He just gets involved. He just gets the ball. He breaks up play. And he does sometimes the most simplest of things. I said several weeks ago, I didn't want him to be the ball carrying midfielder, but he's proving his worth at doing that job. He was one of the highest ranked players at Ajax when he was there, at ball carrying, at interceptions, at turning over the ball and then carrying the ball forward. And when he does it at West Ham, I felt like previously I was a bit concerned when he was doing it. I didn't really want him to do it, but he is proving his worth at doing that ball carrying ability. We came up against Freiburg, a Bundesliga team, that have got a reputable reputation in European football, a team that many people thought would turn West Ham over tonight, especially banging in 5 goals in their last 2 European games. They're capable on their day of turning up and doing a job, but they didn't do that. They couldn't do that last night. Why? Because West Ham turned up. That's the West Ham we want to see. And if we can do that performance against Wolves on Sunday, we stand a chance to walk away with the points, because we need the points. We need to bounce back from that Fulham loss. We did that against Freiburg last night, but we need to push this on into the Premier League fixture on Sunday against Wolves. Alvarez is going to be a key part to that. I seen he had a little niggle when he came off, and when he then came back on the football park, he was limping a little bit. Hopefully that's a precaution. Fingers crossed he'll be fit and raring to go, because we definitely need him in the middle of the park. I underestimated him. I'm not going to lie to you. I definitely underestimated him, especially when he started his career. I thought he was a great footballer when he came into West Ham. I thought he started his career off really well, but I wasn't screaming home about him, and that's my fault for really not doing my due diligence on him. I'm really thoroughly watching what he does, but he's proven his worth dramatically. Could be up there with one of the signings of the summer because of the hole and the gap he had to fill when Declan Rice left the club. But Alvarez is coming in and proving his worth and allowing those other players in the middle of the park to be the way that they need to be. He's the kind of key. He's what opens the door to allowing players to provide the, you know, performance on the park. What's key about Alvarez is, and you know, if he does what he does, that means he allows James Ward-Prowse to push further forward, with Tommy Soucek having to sit a little bit deeper. Look how the difference at how West Ham performed. James Ward-Prowse nipping around, tucking in balls over the top of the defenders, penetrating defenses left, right, and centre. And because Alvarez covers the ground that he does and intercepts the ball so much, he turns over the ball and it forces West Ham into a counter attack, sometimes from nothing, but also sometimes from really good build up. And our build up play against Freiburg was really good. And we've shown that we've got capabilities to do that. We've definitely got the players that are capable of doing that. And if you can start to really cement that form and that style of play into this team, then the future could look even brighter in terms of the style of play. Really nice to see James Ward-Prowse get further forward. Good options given. Kudos and Bowen running in from deep rolls. Always looking to beat that offside trap. Always looking for that whip ball coming in. And Soucek having a new lease of life under the Alvarez sitting deeper role, protecting, doing his job, never giving up, blocking shots, intercepting passes, intercepting balls. Really, really, really good performance. And he is an incredible, incredible player that I'm really excited about the future when he keeps, building on his career at West Ham. Really fortunate to have him. And yeah, definitely excited. For me, if I had to, I'm going to read you out some of his stats for the game. He played 54 minutes. He had 52 touches. He had 93% pass completion rate. He had one key pass. What a ball that was when he ball carried it and played the ball through to Kudos. I mean, him and Paqueta really worked well in the middle of the park. He was accurate with 100% of his long balls as well. He won a third of his ground duels. He won all of his aerial duels. He only lost possession 6 times in the game. He was fouled quite a lot. He made 2 tackles, 1 interception, 1 block shot, 1 clearance. And when you look at his heat map, he was all over the place. A key part to West Ham's defensive midfield, but also the fact that West Ham can progress from an Alvarez turnover of the ball. Fantastic achievement. West Ham are into the round of 16 of the Europa League. You don't need me to say it again because I'll keep saying it to you. Join Russie B later on when he does give you the player ratings. Join us for the Advent Calendar show. Make sure you do comment because you get entered into the competition for that day to win a signed merchandise prize from us at the West Ham Network. If you're interested in becoming a channel member, click on the membership stuff as well. And of course, as per usual, come on, you Irons. West Ham are massive.